Welcome back to Lady T Ministries. I am Terry, Therese T, whatever you feel comfortable calling me. Either three of those are fine. Anyway, welcome back to Testimony Saturday. This is the second week. Next week's going to be the last week. Then we're going to see where God is going to take us. But as you see in the title, I am talking about the 40-day fast that God led me on last year. I think it was in late June until about August, early August, something like that. My dates could be off. Everything just kind of like comes together. But anyway, I wanted to share this testimony because there was a lot that came out of doing this 40-day fast. And this 40-day fast was a little different than a lot of other people's 40-day fast because God gave me specific instructions on how to complete this 40-day fast. And listen, all fasts are great, but this one really changed me. It really changed me. Not saying the other fast didn't, but this one is just it broke a lot of things up off of me. So basically, let me get into the story. So it was, I think, early June. I remember I was feeling stuck and I felt like I wasn't doing what I was supposed to do in the Lord, but I didn't know what to do. And I kept praying and I kept praying and kept praying. And the Lord kept sending me to this one particular scripture. And I always get it mixed up, so I'm gonna mention both names. It's either Elijah or Ezekiel that was instructed by God to lay on their side for 40 days and 40 nights. And then it was something else with that where he received instruction about 390 days. And it was around, basically being an example of Israel's sin, right? So God kept bringing me back to that scripture, and I was like, I don't know what you're talking about, Lord. I don't understand it. And I kept feeling so frustrated because I knew it was something, but for whatever reason, I just couldn't hear the Lord on it. So I took it to my mom, who is also someone that can discern very, very well. And she helped me. She prayed with me and asked God about it. And God revealed to her to tell me to do a 40-day fast. So through that, it was me, her, and my dad that did a 40-day fast together. So our specific instructions from God during this 40-day fast was to get up every morning before we eat, before we drink anything. We could drink water or tea. We were to spend at least 40 minutes with him in the morning for 40 days. Didn't have to specifically be in the morning, but majority of the time, that's what we chose to do. And when I tell you, I started to do that, and within the first 3 days, y'all, God revealed so much to me. So a lot of the things that he revealed to me some of it has come to pass, but some of it is right on the brink of coming to pass. So I'm gonna share. So one of the things that God had addressed during my 40-day fast was all of the anger, the resentment, and the bitterness that I was holding on to from past friendships. All of the jealousy, all of that stuff that I never addressed and I just kind of swept under the rug. God addressed that in that moment in time. He was like, look, you got to let these things up off of you. You got to let these things go. People have moved on. You got to move on too. So that was one big thing that he led me through. He led me to do that. specifically because that's really what was dragging my spirit down and making me feel stuck and making me feel like I wasn't close to God at all. And so after that, God started to address as well, going and moving to another state. And I was like, the state that God led me to, which is Colorado, I've never been. I don't know anybody there. But I knew it was God because it was just settling in my spirit so peacefully. But even during the fast, like, I denied it. I absolutely totally denied it. And then I'll tell you what happened with that soon. Then the other thing was that he revealed a lot about my marriage and my future marriage and my husband. And when I tell you, I was like, am I really hearing what I'm hearing? It was difficult. It was difficult because I knew that the enemy, he just waits for moments. He waits for moments that he can just deceive stuff. And I'm hip to that, but I wasn't hip to the patterns and the games as to how Satan would do that, right? So I wrote a lot of the stuff down in faith, in obedience to what I was hearing and to what I believe that was the Lord talking to me. So that was basically like the 40-day fast. It was just day after day, moment after moment, God was just revealing stuff to me. But the best thing about it was that I had a deep relationship developing with the Lord, and nothing like I have ever experienced before. Nothing. It wasn't surface level. It was like God was like, let me cuddle up, get next to you, and let you know exactly all the plans and purpose that I have for you. And it was the most magnificent thing. I was like, I am amazed that this is happening and that it's happening to me. So anyway, circling back around to Colorado. So like I said, I was in denial, but I was writing it down because I felt peace about it in my spirit, but I was like, this is crazy. What I tend to forget is that God will do the crazy and the impossible. So as the months went on, and also during this fast, I decided that I was going to stay off of social media for the rest of the year. So I stayed off of social media up until about December. I was on, but I wasn't posting. And then on January, I started, like January of this year, I started posting again. And so in those months, God confirmed to me through friends who are also believers, that was like, you're supposed to be, like, I told them exactly what God was saying, because I kept it on lock. I kept it on lock for like a couple months. And in October, I was like, I want to go to Colorado. I want to go to Colorado. And I was going to do it as a spur of the moment type of, let me just get on a plane and go. I was scared. So I didn't go because I couldn't find anybody to go with me. But I kept feeling in my spirit that I just have to get my feet on the ground. Like, I just have to get my feet on the ground, right? And so it stayed with me. I didn't think about it every day, but it would come up frequently in my spirit. So I went and talked to a friend, and I was like, hey, you know, I've been feeling this, and I think I'm tripping, but I don't know. And she was like, girl, that God been revealing to me the same thing, that he's moving his people to different places in the United States and the world. And I was like, so I was more excited that I heard God correctly, but then I got scared again, y'all, because I was like, what? I really gotta go? Because I've heard God tell me to go different places before, like Chicago. Don't know why, and I never went, but I know that I was supposed to go, and I'm still supposed to go. But it was just like, okay, all right. And then I think I ended up getting a second confirmation. I don't remember what it was, but I ended up getting a second confirmation, and I was like, okay, it's time for me to go. So y'all, in March I will be flying out to Colorado. I already have my hotel booked. I actually will be getting my flight tickets very soon, at least within this month, because March is like literally right around the corner. It's like split, like February is already, I feel like, in the middle, even though today is what, the 5th or the 6th. Like, it's, y'all know, it's just gone already, to me, at least to me. So I'll be getting my flight ticket soon, and I'm stepping out on faith, y'all. I have no idea what's out there. It's a beautiful place. I love mountains. Let me tell you, I love mountains. And I've come to love mountains because God has shown me mountains in my dreams. And I've been dreaming about mountains, and I don't know, I just love the space and the atmosphere of mountains. So it's something there. It's something there. I just know that in faith, I have to get my feet on the ground. In faith, I got to get my feet on the ground. I don't know what God has planned for me there, but I just know that I have to get my feet on the ground. Point blank, period. Okay? Yeah. I just got to get my feet on the ground. I'm a little bit nervous, but I know that God is with me. And I know that I have to do this. I know. Whether somebody goes with me or not, like, I have to go. I have to go. What else? Yeah, y'all, like, the 40-day fast was just everything. If you have not done a 40-day fast, I highly and truly recommend it. Have God lead you, because it was something that I felt like I could not do. I was excited about it, but it was by God's strength alone that I was able to complete that 40-day fast. As far as the marriage stuff, I'm just surrendering that to the Lord. There was a lot of details that I will yet to speak on. Like, my family and friends, they know, like close friends, they know, but that's gonna be a coming testimony one day soon, that I'm gonna revisit and gonna mix and mingle back into this 40-day fast. But yeah, do a 40-day fast when God so leads you. Don't be in fear, don't be afraid. You have the strength of God, you have the grace of God and the mercy of God to be with you to get through a 40-day fast. I mean, when you go through a 40-day fast, it is all about transformation. I mean, Jesus went through it. Who else went through it? It's somebody else in the Bible that went through a 40-day fast, I think. I could be wrong, but I know that Jesus did. So, and it was transformative. So I pray on it. Pray on it. I highly recommend that you pray on it, and you ask God, be like, God, hey, lead me on doing a fast. And even if you never did a fast before, I highly recommend that you move forward and do a fast, because it will break the strongholds, the chains, the things that have been holding you back, stuff that you didn't even know that you probably were holding on to. Like, all that stuff, all that bitterness and anger and jealousy that I was holding on to about other people and past friends and stuff like that, I didn't know I was still holding on to that. I didn't know that was causing me so much torment. And God was like, no, this is the time, daughter. You need to get purified. You need to be cleansed of this. You need to let all of this stuff go, because I have places to take you and places for you to go, and you can't be holding on to this, going to those next level places. So y'all, that's my testimony so far, thus far. And trust me, in March I'm gonna be taking videos and pictures, and I'm gonna talk about my whole trip in March, after it's done, after I come back. And it's gonna be exciting. It's going to be so exciting. So I love you guys. I'm sorry this was 15 minutes long, but I love y'all. And next Saturday, actually, I will be sharing my last testimony. So 3 weeks of testimony. And I pray that it blesses you like I pray that this blesses you. I love you all, and I will see y'all next Saturday. Bye.